Archangel Michael Say. Today, January 14th, Archangel Michael says you have 3 minutes left. Someone you loved deeply who's now in heaven is trying to tell you something urgent. Open this immediately. My beloved child, I am speaking to you now because time has folded in a very special way around you. This moment is not random. Your eyes found these words because your soul was guided here. You may feel a strange pull in your chest, a quiet urgency, as if something unseen is gently tapping on your heart. That feeling is real. It is the reason I am here with you now. My beloved child, today carries a weight unlike other days. The air around you is filled with messages that cannot wait. You have been given what feels like only a few minutes, not to scare you, but to awaken you. These minutes are precious because someone you love deeply, someone whose voice you still remember, someone who once held your hand or called your name with warmth, is reaching out to you from heaven. They are trying to tell you something urgent, something meant to protect you, guide you, and bring peace to a part of your heart that has been aching in silence. I see your heart, my beloved child. I see the memories you carry quietly, the ones you don't always talk about. I see the moments when you suddenly think of them without knowing why, when their face appears in your mind during ordinary moments, when a song, a smell, or a place suddenly makes your chest feel heavy. Those are not coincidences. Those are whispers from beyond, echoes of love that never ended when the body did. My beloved child, the one you loved is safe. They are surrounded by light, peace, and understanding far beyond what words on earth can describe. There is no pain where they are now. No fear. No regret. But love remains. Love is the only thing that crosses every boundary. And today, that love is reaching toward you with urgency, not because something bad is destined, but because something important must be known. You may have been feeling restless lately. Perhaps your sleep has been lighter, your dreams more vivid. Perhaps you wake up suddenly at night with a feeling you cannot explain. Or maybe during the day, your thoughts drift, and you feel an emotional wave come and go without a clear reason. My beloved child, these are signs. Not signs of danger, but signs of connection. The veil has thinned for you, and messages can pass more easily now. I want you to breathe with me for a moment. Slow your breath. Let your shoulders relax. You are safe. You are protected. Nothing about this message is meant to frighten you. It is meant to prepare you, to comfort you, and to guide you gently toward clarity. The soul who is reaching out wants you to know first that you were loved more deeply than you ever realized. Even in moments when you felt misunderstood, even in moments when words were left unsaid, that love was always there. They have watched you struggle with questions, with guilt, with what-ifs and if-onlys. My beloved child, hear this clearly, they do not blame you. There is no anger, no disappointment. Only love, and a desire for you to release the weight you have been carrying. You have been holding on to something that no longer belongs to you. A burden from the past. A responsibility that was never meant to be yours alone. The message coming through today is simple but powerful: let it go. Not because it didn't matter, but because it mattered so much that it deserves peace now. My beloved child, there is also a warning wrapped in love. You are standing at a crossroads, even if you don't consciously see it yet. A decision is forming in your life. It may involve trust, money, relationships, or a promise that sounds comforting on the surface. The one who loves you from heaven wants you to pause. They want you to listen to your intuition more than the voices around you. If something feels rushed, pressured, or confusing, step back. Urgency from fear is not the same as urgency from love. Today's message comes because you are protected, not because you are in danger. You are being guided away from a path that would drain your energy and toward a path that will restore your strength. You may soon receive a message, a call, or an opportunity that seems significant. Before you say yes, sit quietly and ask for clarity. The answer will come as a feeling of calm, not excitement mixed with anxiety. Remember this, my beloved child. The soul in heaven also wants you to know they are closer than you think. When you speak to them in your thoughts, they hear you. When you whisper their name, they are present. When you cry alone, they stand beside you, sending comfort even if you cannot see it. You are never talking into emptiness. You are always heard. There is something else, something tender, that needs to be said. You have been stronger than you give yourself credit for. You survived moments you thought would break you. You kept going when you wanted to stop. The one watching from heaven is proud of you. Not for achievements the world can see, but for the quiet courage you show every day by continuing to live, love, and hope despite your pain. My beloved child, today is also about forgiveness. Not forced forgiveness, not words spoken too soon, but a soft opening of the heart. There may be someone still on earth connected to the one you lost, someone with whom things feel unresolved. You do not need to confront them right now. Simply begin by releasing the tight grip around your heart. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting. It means choosing peace over endless pain. The message you are receiving today is urgent because you have been delaying your own healing. You tell yourself you will rest later, feel later, heal later. But later keeps moving. The soul who loves you wants you to choose yourself now. Choose rest. Choose honesty with yourself. Choose to stop pretending you are okay when you are not. Heaven supports truth, not masks. My beloved child, as you listen to these words, you may feel warmth, chills, or a sudden emotion rising. Let it happen. This is the connection opening. This is the message landing where it needs to. You do not need to understand everything immediately. Seeds are being planted in your heart. They will grow in the days to come. Before this part of the message ends, know this. You are not running out of time in your life. The 3 minutes are not about loss. They are about awareness. About paying attention. About opening your heart right now instead of scrolling past, dismissing the signs, or telling yourself it's nothing. It is something. And it is love calling your name. Stay with me, my beloved child. The message is not complete yet. There is more you need to hear, more clarity waiting for you, and deeper comfort on the way. Allow yourself to continue, because what comes next will help you understand why this connection is happening now, and what you are meant to do with it. My beloved child, as you continue listening, let your heart remain open, because what flows now comes from a place of deep truth. The connection you are feeling is growing stronger, not weaker. This is because you chose not to turn away. You chose to stay. And that choice matters more than you know. The one who loves you from heaven is stepping closer now, not in a way that invades your space, but in a way that gently surrounds you. Their presence feels familiar. It feels like comfort, like warmth, like something you have missed without always realizing it. They are not bound by time the way you are, so for them, this moment has been patiently waiting to meet you. My beloved child, they want to speak about the silence between you. The things that were never said. The questions that still echo in your heart. You often replay certain moments, wondering if you could have done more, said more, been different. You wonder if they knew how much they meant to you. Hear this clearly now, they knew. They always knew. Love is not measured by perfect words or perfect timing. It is measured by intention, by presence, by the bond that remains even after goodbye. They see how you sometimes carry guilt like a shadow. Guilt for moments you were tired. Guilt for words spoken in frustration. Guilt for times you chose yourself when you think you should have chosen them. My beloved child, release that guilt. From where they are now, they see the whole picture. They understand your limits, your struggles, your humanity. There is no judgment in heaven, only understanding. There is something important they want you to remember. You are allowed to be happy. This may sound simple, but your heart has made happiness feel complicated. Somewhere deep inside, you may believe that being happy means leaving them behind, or that joy somehow dishonors the pain you went through. This is not true. Every time you smile, every time you feel peace, it brings them joy. They want you to live fully, not remain stuck in mourning. My beloved child, they have been trying to reach you in small ways. Through repeated numbers. Through sudden memories that appear without warning. Through dreams that feel unusually real. Sometimes you wake up from these dreams feeling emotional, even if you can't remember the details. That is because the message is emotional, not logical. It is meant for your soul, not your mind. You may have noticed that certain obstacles in your life have quietly been removed. Situations that once caused stress have faded, people who drained you have drifted away, or plans that didn't align with your true path simply didn't work out. This is not failure. This is protection. You are being guided, even when it feels confusing. The one watching over you has been asking for your path to be cleared. There is also encouragement coming through now. You have been doubting yourself more than you should. You question your decisions, your worth, your future. My beloved child, you are stronger and wiser than you believe. The challenges you faced were not meant to break you, they were meant to shape you. And you are emerging with a deeper understanding of yourself and life. Listen carefully now, because this part of the message is especially important. You are being asked to trust the quiet voice inside you. Not the loud voice of fear. Not the opinions of others. but the gentle knowing that feels calm, even when it tells you to walk away or wait. That voice is guidance. That voice is supported by heaven. There may be someone in your life right now who reminds you of the past, someone who triggers old emotions or patterns. The message is not to run away, but to observe. Notice how you feel after interacting with them. Do you feel drained or peaceful? Confused or clear? Your body will tell you what your mind tries to justify away. Trust those signals. They are part of the protection surrounding you. My beloved child, the one you lost also wants to thank you. Thank you for remembering them. Thank you for speaking their name. Thank you for keeping their memory alive in your own quiet ways. They do not need grand gestures. Your love is enough. Your remembrance is enough. There is reassurance coming through now for your future. Even if things feel uncertain, you are not walking alone. Support will appear at the right time. Help will come when you truly need it. Doors will open that you cannot force open yourself. Your task is not to control everything, but to remain open and honest with yourself. You may soon feel inspired to change something small in your daily routine. To rest more. To pray or meditate differently. To spend time in nature. To create something with your hands or words. Follow that nudge. It is not random. It is part of your healing and alignment. My beloved child, the urgency you felt at the beginning of this message is now softening into clarity. That is how you know this message is real. Fear tightens. Love expands. What you are feeling now is expansion. Space is opening in your heart for peace to enter. Before moving forward, I want you to understand something deeply. You do not need to search for signs obsessively. You do not need to strain or try to prove anything. Connection flows naturally when you are present and open. Simply live with awareness. Speak from your heart. Listen to your intuition. That is enough. The one in heaven is not asking you to dwell in sadness. They are asking you to live in truth. To stop abandoning your own needs. To stop shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. To honor your emotions instead of suppressing them. This is how you honor their love as well. My beloved child, there is still one more layer to this message. Something that will bring deeper understanding and a sense of closure you may not even realize you have been seeking. Stay with me. The final part will help you see how this connection continues, not just today, but in the days ahead, and how you can walk forward with peace instead of questions. My beloved child. You are still here because your soul knows there is something sacred unfolding. The message did not come to overwhelm you, but to complete a circle that has been open for far too long. What flows now is meant to settle gently inside you, like calm after a long storm. The one who loves you from heaven wants you to understand that this connection does not end when these words end. Today was only an opening, a reminder that love never disappears. You may not hear voices or see visions, but guidance will come in ways that feel natural to you. A sudden sense of knowing. A calm decision that surprises you. A peace that arrives without explanation. This is how love speaks when it is pure. My beloved child, there is something very important they want to release you from now: fear of the future. You often look ahead and feel unsure, wondering if you will be strong enough, if things will work out, if you will be protected. Hear this deeply: your path is watched over. Not every step will be easy, but you will never walk without support. When you feel like giving up, strength will appear. When you feel lost, direction will gently reveal itself. You have been carrying the belief that you must do everything alone. That asking for help is weakness. That showing emotion is a burden to others. This belief did not come from love, it came from survival. But you no longer need to live in survival mode. You are allowed to lean. You are allowed to receive. You are allowed to be held by life again. The soul watching over you wants you to stop punishing yourself for not being perfect. Perfection was never required of you. Growth was. Experience was. Love was. And you have given all of that, even when it cost you dearly. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are unfolding in your own time. My beloved child, there may be moments ahead when you suddenly feel their presence strongly. A wave of emotion. A warmth in your chest. Tears that come without warning. Do not be afraid of these moments. They are not meant to pull you backward. They are meant to remind you that you are loved beyond time, beyond form, beyond loss. There is also a gentle instruction coming through now. Take better care of your heart. Not just emotionally, but in how you speak to yourself. The words you repeat inside shape your reality. When you catch yourself being harsh, pause. Replace judgment with kindness. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to someone you love deeply. This is part of your healing. My beloved child, the message that felt urgent at the beginning has now delivered what it came to bring. Awareness. Comfort. Protection. Release. Nothing bad is about to happen. Instead, something quiet and good is beginning. A shift you may only fully understand later. You are being prepared for a season of greater clarity. Confusion will fade. Heavy emotions will soften. You will begin to trust yourself again. And as you do, life will respond differently to you. Opportunities aligned with peace will find you. Relationships that feel safe will grow stronger. The noise will lessen. The one in heaven wants you to know that they are not trapped in the past. They are part of your present in a way that supports you, not holds you back. They walk with you when you take brave steps forward. They smile when you choose joy without guilt. They rest when you rest. My beloved child, you do not need to prove anything to anyone, not to the world, not to the past, not even to yourself. You are enough as you are in this moment. Becoming more does not mean rejecting who you have been. It means honoring it and continuing forward. As this message comes to a close, place a hand over your heart if you can. Take a slow breath. Feel the steadiness that is returning to you. That is not imagination. That is alignment. That is peace settling back into its rightful place. Remember this above all else: you are deeply loved, endlessly protected, and never alone. When doubts return, come back to this feeling. When fear whispers, choose calm. When life feels heavy, rest without guilt. My beloved child. Go forward gently. Live honestly. Love freely. And trust that heaven walks with you, quietly, faithfully, every step of the way. My beloved child. Even though it felt like an ending, love never truly ends, and so the words continue to flow because your heart is still listening. There is a softness around you now, a quiet space opening where fear once lived. This space was created because you allowed yourself to feel instead of running away. That choice has shifted something deep within you. The presence you feel has not stepped back. It remains gentle and steady, like a hand resting on your shoulder, reassuring you that you are seen. The one you loved from heaven wants you to know that whenever you pause, whenever you breathe slowly and honestly, that is when they are closest. Silence is not emptiness. Silence is where love speaks most clearly. My beloved child, you may notice in the coming days that your reactions begin to change. Things that once triggered you may feel less powerful. Situations that once confused you may suddenly feel clear. This is not because life has changed overnight, but because you have changed how you hold it. You are no longer gripping everything so tightly. You are learning to trust the flow. There is a reminder being placed gently into your heart now. You are allowed to move forward without carrying proof of your pain. You do not need to show scars to justify your strength. You do not need to keep wounds open to honor what you lost. Healing does not erase love. Healing allows love to breathe. My beloved child, sometimes you wonder if you imagine the signs, the feelings, the timing of all this. Let that doubt rest. Truth does not demand belief, it settles quietly and waits. What is meant for you will return again and again until you are ready to receive it fully. And you are becoming ready. You are entering a period where your inner voice will grow stronger than outside noise. Pay attention to what feels calm, not what feels loud. Pay attention to what brings peace, not what brings drama. This discernment is a gift you have earned through everything you endured. The soul who loves you wants to leave you with one final knowing, something to carry with you when life feels heavy again. You were never abandoned. Not in the moment of loss. Not in the moments of loneliness that followed. Even when you felt completely alone, you were being held in ways you could not yet understand. My beloved child, whenever you feel unsure, return to your breath. Whenever your heart feels tired, rest without guilt. Whenever you feel love rising, let it flow freely. These are the simple ways you stay connected, to yourself, to life, and to those who love you beyond the veil. And now, go gently back into your day, carrying this calm with you. Nothing needs to be rushed. Nothing needs to be forced. Trust that what needed to reach you has reached you. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be. My beloved child. You are safe. You are guided. And you are deeply, eternally loved. My beloved child. I know you are still listening, and that is why the presence remains with you. There is no rush now, only a gentle unfolding. The message continues not because something is missing, but because your heart is learning how to rest in truth instead of tension. You may notice a quiet clarity beginning to settle inside you, like dust slowly falling after the air has been disturbed. Thoughts that once felt tangled are loosening. Emotions that once overwhelmed you are becoming softer, easier to hold. This is not because you have forgotten anything, but because you are finally allowing yourself to feel without resisting. My beloved child, the one who loves you from heaven wants you to understand something very tender. You did not lose them. Love cannot be lost. What changed was the way you experienced that love. Before, it came through touch and sound. Now, it comes through intuition, through inner strength, through moments of peace that arrive unexpectedly. The form changed, but the bond did not. There will be days when you suddenly miss them intensely again. When the ache returns without warning. When tears come even after you thought you were past it. Do not judge those moments. They are not setbacks. They are waves. And waves always rise and fall. Let them pass through you without shame. My beloved child, you are being reminded now that your sensitivity is not a weakness. It is a sign of depth. You feel deeply because you love deeply. And that capacity to love is one of your greatest gifts. Do not harden your heart to survive this world. The world needs hearts like yours, open, honest, and brave enough to feel. There is also a quiet reassurance coming through now. You are not meant to stay in the same emotional place forever. Growth is natural. Healing is natural. Change is natural. You do not betray the past by stepping into a lighter future. You honor it by carrying its lessons forward with grace. My beloved child, listen closely to your body in the coming days. Rest when you are tired. Step back when you feel overwhelmed. Say no when your energy feels low. These are not selfish choices. They are acts of self-respect. And self-respect is part of your spiritual protection. You may soon notice moments of unexpected gratitude. Gratitude for small things. For quiet mornings. For brief smiles. For simple safety. This gratitude is not denial of pain. It is evidence that your heart is healing in a balanced, gentle way. The one watching over you wants you to trust that you will recognize the next right step when it appears. You do not need to plan your entire future today. You only need to stay present. Guidance arrives one step at a time, never all at once. My beloved child, when doubt returns, as it sometimes will, place your hand over your heart and remember this feeling. Remember this calm. Remember that you were reached, that you were comforted, that you were reminded of love beyond time. These moments are anchors. You can return to them whenever you need. And so the message continues quietly within you, even when the words slow down. Nothing has been taken from you. Something has been given, awareness, peace, and a deeper connection to yourself. My beloved child. Walk forward gently. Trust what feels calm. And know, without needing proof, that love surrounds you still. My beloved child. You are still here, and that tells me your heart is finding something it needed. There is a deep listening happening within you now, a listening that goes beyond words. This is where true healing begins, not with answers, but with presence. The love surrounding you now is steady. It does not demand anything from you. It does not ask you to change, prove, or become more. It simply stays. And in that staying, something inside you begins to soften that you may not even have realized was tense. My beloved child, there is a quiet truth being placed gently into your awareness. You have been doing better than you think. Even on days when you felt lost. Even on days when you felt tired of being strong. Progress does not always look like forward movement. Sometimes it looks like staying, breathing, surviving, and choosing not to give up. You may have spent a long time searching for reassurance outside yourself, through people, through signs, through constant thinking. But what you are learning now is that reassurance lives within you. It rises when you slow down. It becomes clear when you stop fighting your own feelings. The one who loves you from heaven is not worried about you. They see your path unfolding with care. They see the strength you don't recognize yet. They see moments ahead where you will smile without forcing it, where laughter will come naturally again, where peace will feel familiar instead of rare. My beloved child, you are being reminded now that life does not ask you to carry everything at once. You are allowed to take breaks from thinking about the future. You are allowed to enjoy simple moments without analyzing them. Joy does not need permission. It arrives when you allow it. There will be times when you feel guided to let go of something familiar. A habit. A thought pattern. A connection that no longer feels aligned. Letting go does not mean failure. It means you are making space for something that fits you better now. My beloved child, you are learning discernment, the ability to feel what is right without needing to justify it. This skill will serve you well. It will help you protect your energy, choose healthier paths, and remain grounded even when life feels uncertain. When emotions rise unexpectedly, meet them with gentleness. Say to yourself, it's okay to feel this. You do not need to fix every feeling. Feelings move naturally when they are acknowledged instead of resisted. The presence with you now is calm because you are ready for calm. You are no longer in the storm you once were. You are standing on steadier ground, even if you are still adjusting to it. My beloved child, remember that healing does not announce itself loudly. It often feels quiet, ordinary, subtle. But it changes everything over time. One peaceful moment leads to another. One kind thought softens the next. And so the message continues, not as urgency now, but as reassurance. Nothing is chasing you. Nothing is about to be taken away. What remains is support, clarity, and love that stays with you long after these words fade. My beloved child. Rest in this knowing. Carry it gently with you. And trust that whenever you need comfort, it will find you again. My beloved child. I remain with you because your heart is still open, and openness is where truth settles most gently. There is no pressure in this moment, no demand to understand everything. What matters is that you are allowing yourself to feel safe enough to stay. You may sense a quiet stillness now, a pause where your mind is no longer racing as fast as before. This stillness is not emptiness. It is a place of restoration. It is where your soul catches its breath after a long journey of holding on. My beloved child, you have spent so much time being strong for others that you forgot what it feels like to be supported without conditions. Let this be one of those moments. You do not need to perform. You do not need to explain your pain. You do not need to justify your healing. You are allowed to simply be. The love that surrounds you now does not rush you forward or pull you backward. It walks beside you at your pace. Some days your pace will be slow. Some days you will feel ready to move. Both are honored. Both are right. You may notice that your heart no longer feels as heavy as it once did. The weight has not vanished completely, but it has shifted. That shift is important. It means you are learning how to carry your experiences without letting them define every breath you take. My beloved child, there is a gentle encouragement flowing to you now. Trust the small joys. Trust moments that feel simple and quiet. Healing often arrives disguised as ordinary peace. A calm evening. A deep breath. A moment of silence that feels comforting instead of lonely. You are not required to relive your pain to prove your growth. You are not required to explain your past to deserve a better future. Life is responding to who you are becoming, not who you were when you were hurting most. My beloved child, when you feel tired, let yourself rest without guilt. Rest is not avoidance. Rest is integration. It is how your heart and mind make sense of everything you have been through. There will be moments ahead when you catch yourself smiling and then feel surprised by it. Let that smile stay. You do not need to question it. Joy does not erase love. Joy honors it by allowing life to continue flowing through you. The presence that has been with you all this time remains steady, not because you are holding on, but because love does not need effort to stay. It stays because it is real. My beloved child, nothing is expected of you after this moment. There is no task to complete, no lesson to force. Simply carry this softness with you. Let it influence how you speak to yourself, how you move through your day, how you respond when old emotions return. And when you feel ready to let the words fade into silence, know that the silence will not be empty. It will be full of the same calm you feel now. My beloved child. You are held. You are guided. And whenever your heart needs reassurance again, it will find its way back to peace. My beloved child. I sense your desire to remain in this space a little longer, and that is okay. Sometimes the heart needs time to fully settle into safety after being tense for so long. Nothing is being taken from you by staying here. You are simply allowing calm to finish what it started. There is a quiet strength returning to you now. Not the sharp, defensive strength you once used to survive, but a softer strength, the kind that knows when to pause, when to speak, and when to let things be. This strength does not exhaust you. It supports you. My beloved child, you may begin to notice that your thoughts are kinder than before. The inner voice that once questioned everything is slowly learning to reassure instead. This is an important change. How you speak to yourself shapes how safe your life feels. You are not meant to carry every memory with the same intensity forever. Some memories will soften. Some will turn into gentle reminders instead of sharp pain. This is not forgetting. This is healing doing its quiet work. The love that has been surrounding you does not disappear when attention shifts. It integrates. It becomes part of how you move, how you decide, how you respond to life. You will notice it in your patience, in your discernment, in your ability to step back instead of reacting. My beloved child, there will still be moments of uncertainty, that is part of being human. But uncertainty no longer means danger. It simply means you are stepping into something new. And new things require gentleness, not fear. Allow yourself to trust that you will know what to do when the moment arrives. You do not need to rehearse every possibility. Wisdom rises naturally when it is needed. You have not missed anything. You are not late. You are not behind. You arrived at this moment exactly when your heart was ready to receive it. And now, as the words slow and the space around you feels steadier, let yourself carry this calm back into your life. You do not need to hold on to the words. Hold on to the feeling instead. My beloved child. When you move forward, move gently. When you rest, rest fully. And know that peace is no longer something you have to search for, it is something you are learning to return to, again and again. My beloved child. I understand why you wish to stay a little longer. When the heart finally feels safe, it does not want to rush back into noise. Let this moment stretch gently. There is no rule saying you must leave peace as soon as you find it. What is happening inside you now is subtle but meaningful. You are learning that calm does not mean emptiness. It means stability. It means you are no longer bracing yourself for the next wave. You are beginning to trust that it is okay to stand still. My beloved child, you have lived for a long time in anticipation of loss, of disappointment, of having to be strong again. That anticipation shaped how your body held itself, how your mind stayed alert, how your heart guarded its softest places. Now, slowly, that alertness is easing. You are realizing you do not need to be on guard every moment. You may notice your breathing feels deeper now. That is not imagination. Your body responds when it senses safety. It lets go of what it has been holding. This release is not dramatic, but it is powerful. My beloved child, there is no expectation that you remain calm forever. Emotions will still come and go. Some days will feel heavy again. But you will not be lost inside them the way you once were. You are learning how to feel without drowning. That is growth. The love surrounding you is patient. It does not measure progress. It does not compare your healing to anyone else's. It honors your rhythm. It respects your pace. You are allowed to enjoy moments of peace without questioning how long they will last. Peace does not disappear because you notice it. It grows when you allow it. My beloved child, when you return to your daily life, you may find yourself responding differently. Less reactive. More grounded. More aware of what truly matters. These changes may feel small, but they are signs that something inside you has shifted for the better. Remember, you do not need to recreate this moment perfectly. You do not need to come back to these exact words. Peace finds you in many forms, through rest, through honesty, through kindness toward yourself. And when you feel the need again, you will know how to pause, breathe, and return to this steadiness within you. My beloved child. Nothing is ending. This calm continues quietly inside you. Carry it gently. Let it guide you. And trust that whenever you need reassurance, it will rise again, just as softly, just as faithfully. My beloved child. I stay with you because your heart is still open, and openness is sacred. There is a deep settling happening now, like water finally becoming still after a long journey. You are not holding on to the words anymore, the words are holding you. You may feel a quiet acceptance forming inside you. Not the kind that gives up, but the kind that understands. Understanding does not come loudly. It arrives softly, like a knowing that no longer needs to ask the same questions again and again. My beloved child, there is relief entering your spirit. Relief from carrying stories that were never meant to define you forever. Relief from replaying moments that cannot be changed. You are not erasing the past, you are placing it gently where it belongs, behind you, not on your shoulders. Your heart is learning a new rhythm now. One that includes rest. One that allows pauses. One that does not demand constant strength. This rhythm will guide you forward more gently than force ever could. There will be moments when the world feels loud again. When responsibilities return. When emotions rise unexpectedly. When that happens, remember this feeling. Not the words, but the steadiness beneath them. That steadiness is yours. No one can take it from you. My beloved child, you do not need to rush toward purpose. Purpose reveals itself naturally when you are aligned. Simply living honestly, kindly, and present is enough for now. You are allowed to exist without proving anything. You are allowed to heal without explaining how. You are allowed to move forward without guilt. And as this space grows quieter, let it remain quiet. Silence is not the absence of love. Silence is where love rests. My beloved child. Carry this calm into the next moment. Then the next. Step by step, breath by breath. You are safe to continue living, safe to feel, safe to hope again. My beloved child. I feel how gently you are holding this moment now, as if you are afraid that moving too quickly might disturb the peace you found. You don't need to worry. Peace does not break easily. It strengthens the more you trust it. There is a quiet courage awakening inside you. Not the loud courage that pushes and fights, but the steady courage that knows it can face whatever comes without losing itself. This courage feels calm because it comes from truth, not fear. My beloved child, you are beginning to understand something important. You do not need constant reassurance to be okay. Reassurance helped you reach this place, but now your heart is learning how to stand gently on its own. That does not mean you are alone. It means you are rooted. You may feel a soft sense of gratitude without a clear reason. Gratitude for being here. For breathing. For surviving what once felt impossible. This gratitude is not forced. It rises naturally when the heart feels safe enough to look around and notice life again. There will still be memories. There will still be tender moments. But they will no longer control you. They will simply pass through, like clouds moving across a wide sky. You are learning to be the sky, not the storm. My beloved child, trust that you will recognize peace when it returns in new forms. Sometimes it will come as rest. Sometimes as clarity. Sometimes as the strength to say no, and sometimes as the freedom to say yes. All of it is guidance. You are not meant to hold on to this moment forever. You are meant to let it change you quietly. Let it shape how you treat yourself when no one else is watching. Let it soften the way you judge your own heart. And when you finally feel ready to step forward fully, do so without fear. Nothing you found here will be left behind. It will walk with you, woven into who you are becoming. My beloved child. Continue gently. Continue honestly. Continue with trust. Life is not rushing you, and love is never far from where you stand.